What's going on? This is Coach Marcus Pro Fan Talk, and we are in day 2 of the NCAA Women's Tournament. Let's see how we did.
We're calling the plays, all right?
You got to listen and you got to execute.
I already feel good about me. I'm good.
Just call it.
All right, right off the bat, USC over UNC Greensboro. Juju starts out hot, 11 points, 7 rebounds in the first half. Raya Marshall was definitely a defensive presence in the paint with 4 blocks in the first half. Juju injured her ankle. Keep an eye on that in the third quarter, but she came back kind of unnecessarily. Trojans defense held UNC Greensboro to single-digit points in all 4 quarters. Juju ended up with 22 points, 8 rebounds, and keep an eye on her wrist injury more than her ankle injury. USC wins 71-24. Texas downs William and Mary. Texas shoots 54% from the floor as Madison Booker leads the Lady Longhorns with 24-14 as Texas overmatches William and Mary 105-61. UConn dismantles Arkansas State. Sarah Strong and AZ Fudd got it started early, getting UConn out to a 34-5 lead at the end of the first quarter, 66-16 at halftime. Arkansas State was totally outclassed. This thing got ugly early. AZ Fudd ended up 27 points. Final score, UConn wins 103-34. Flau'jae Johnson and the LSU Tigers did their thing. Flau'jae ended up with 22 points. Anisha Morrow had 12 points and 12 rebounds. LSU sets a school record for the most points in a women's NCAA tournament game, 103-48. This thing got out of hand quick. Respectable first half by Vermont with the top scorer in Kira Hansen coming off the bench. I was wondering why they left her on the bench in the second half. She was hot. They should have left her in the game to start the second half. The Wolfpack came out aggressive on defense and started the second half holding Vermont to just 9 points in the fourth quarter. Kira Hansen ended up with 21 points, but Zoe Brooks dropped 19 and Sanaya Rivers with a double-double to close it out. NC State wins 75-55. Reagan Beers had 25 points and 18 rebounds. Oklahoma dominated the fourth quarter to beat 14th seeded Florida Gulf Coast. The Sooners outscored the Eagles 26-10 in the fourth quarter. Oklahoma comes out on top 81-58. North Carolina cruised through this one, shooting 42% from the floor. North Carolina holds Oregon to single digits in 2 out of the 4 quarters, including holding them to 16% shooting from 3. North Carolina wins this one 70-49. Norfolk State was hanging for the first half, acting like they belonged in this tournament, giving Maryland all they could handle with the MEAC Player of the Year, Diamond Johnson, keeping the Spartans in the game. But Maryland pulls away in the fourth quarter. Norfolk was struggling with Maryland's size in the paint, and their frustration showed in the fourth quarter. Maryland takes this one 82-69. Aaliyah Nye scored 23 points, and Zay Green added 22 to lead Alabama to an 81-67 victory over Green Bay. Iowa took control early, but Olsen and Hayden were in foul trouble in the first half. The Hawkeyes went to the second half with a 12-point lead. Taylor Strimlow with 8 points off the bench to keep the scoring going when Olsen and Hayden had to go to the bench. Murray State lost their best player, Ava Learn, to injury, and Iowa took off in the second half. The Hawkeyes win this one 92-57. J.J. Quinterly scored 27 points, including the 2,000th point of her career. Congratulations to her. Jordan Harrison matched a career-high 23 points, and the 6th-seeded West Virginia Mountaineers led wire-to-wire for 78-59. George Mason was good in the middle, but the start and the ending needed much work. Florida State holding the Patriots to 10 points and 8 points in the first and fourth quarters. The Seminoles had 46 points in the paint as Tania Latson dropped 28 points. Michaela Timpson had a double-double, and Sydney Bowles went 5 for 5 from deep. Florida State wins this one 94-59. The South Dakota State Jackrabbits with the upset of the day as Brooklyn Meyer led the Jackrabbits with 19 points over Oklahoma State. South Dakota State wins this one 74-68. Harvard put up a good effort as Harmony Turner went off for 24 points, but she had no help as Michigan State's defense held them to 27% shooting from the floor and a dismal 15% shooting from 3. Michigan State attacked the paint and had more than double the free throw attempts. The Spartans had 3 of their starters in double digits, with Grace Van Sluten leading the way with 17 and 10 and 3 blocks. Michigan State takes this one 64-50. Mississippi State outlasts California in a low-scoring affair. Cal shot a putrid 25% from the floor, and 24 turnovers didn't help. Mississippi State's Medina Okot had a double-double with 14 and 13 and 2 blocks and 3 steals as Mississippi State wins 59-46. And finally, Morgan Malley and Lauren Jensen both had good games for Creighton, but 4 out of the 5 starters for Illinois scored double digits, with Kendall Bostic adding a double-double with 12 and 17. Creighton just could not hang with Illinois. Illinois goes to win this one 66-57. That's it from day 2 of the women's tournament. This thing gets going. It is Sunday morning as I'm recording this, so we got a lot of basketball to play, and I will update my brackets as soon as I can. Stay tuned, and I appreciate you. Peace.